Hi, everybody. This is Tom the Culture Chap. So today I'm battling the winter sun. Where I sat in my usual spot, it was so intense with all the blinds closed. It still was bleeding through, making me very badly lit. For a very pale person to be even worse lit, it's not a good thing. So I thought I'd do this. I have another video that I thought of when I was setting this up to say when you have your costumes against a very active painting or detail on the stage, does that mean you have to wear solid colors? Look for that video, please. But today I want to talk about something I saw online. There's a theater in the United States that wants to that was looking for a script of the 1991 film Oscar with Marissa Tomei and Sylvester Stallone, which is a huge favorite among theater people. It's a very good film. A bit of a sleeper and now called a cult film, which is a little odd to me, but bear with me. Oscar is hilarious. Oscar is based on a French farce film, actually a French farce play by Claude Magnier from the 60s, and then made into a film by Edouard Molinaro in 1967, also called a cult film, and it's the perfect French farce. Now, what this person was looking for was the exact combination of an American version with people of Italian descent. In the film, there are Italians from Italy and people that are Italian descent, and it's mobsters. Now, the French version is slightly different, but it's still the same type of base. Businessman has a daughter. He also has an employee who's stolen money for him, but then shows up boldly to say, I will give you back the money if you let me marry your daughter. Which daughter is which? The guy is confused with the maid who claimed to be the daughter, and somebody's pregnant, and the man thinks it's his actual daughter. And there's a case with jewelry in it that comes and goes, and then in the end, it's. If you look on Wikipedia for the film Oscar, it has a very long description because it's extremely detailed. And I think that as a play in the Americas, people are shy of doing it. Why? Because the original play is in French. All right? It's 2025. You can translate things. Now, you may be against this, but if we have AI now, then we can translate those plays rather quickly and then clean it up. Watch the 1967 film. You can watch it with the translated play in your hand. It's very word for word almost. If you're bent on having a repeat of the 1991 film and everybody being Italian, that's up to you. I think it works no matter what the background is. I think for the United States, silly mobster farce with Italians is very much our speed. We like that. We're very involved in those kind of stories. And if you start looking back after The Godfather was filmed, there's a lot of silly mobster things that have to do with Italians. I don't think it's fair, but you need to choose some direction for this family when you're casting, all right? It's a lot about voices. It's a lot about accents. Maybe in your part of the world, if it was French people and there's lots of screaming and yelling about who's pregnant, who's not, where's the jewels, where's the money, who are you, no, 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 then it may not work because you feel French people in your area are looked upon as sophisticates and you've never met an angry French person, of which there's many, and they're very funny. French farce works globally. We know that. There's a lot of pieces of movies and theater and opera that are based on French comedies. Lots and lots and lots. And if you think, I've never heard of one, The Birdcage with Robin Williams. That was based on Le Cage aux Folles. Also a movie, also a play, also a musical. People love it. I think it's a bit dated, but The Birdcage, the movie, works because of the performers. Oscar, the 1991 movie, filmed in America, the United States of America, works because of the actors in it. Chaz Palminteri, Sylvester Stallone is brilliant. Vincent Spano is at his most comedic perfection, and Marissa Tomei, incredible. It's really, really good. French farce works. Start looking at that kind of thing. Now, I know that people are planning their seasons out, and I have a video about that. And you think, well, perhaps in my area, this film is unknown. 1991, that was a long time ago. Do people remember this? It didn't do that well in the theaters. What does that mean? Just because things didn't do well in your mind doesn't mean they haven't done well after that. All right? Some things were clunkers when they first came out. Wizard of Oz was kind of a snooze fest in the beginning when it first came out. Repeated years after years of it being on TV and reruns and in theaters really built it up. It's a jewel. It's amazing. One person I saw online said, well, didn't who was it? Theatre Grenier do it in 2020 and it closed early, opened in January and closed early. Do your research. 2020. Remember? Oh yeah, the pandemic. So it only closed early because it closed in March when the pandemic took over our world. Okay. Why didn't it go till April, till May like it was supposed to? Pandemic. Do your research. And looking at its span at Theatre Grenier, from January to March, it did incredibly well. Whenever it's on stage, it does incredibly well. Even the 2011 version in England for Amanda Lear, called Lady Oscar, that did incredibly well also. You might try to get a hold of that script, but it is switched. So if you're attached to the 1967 film or the 1991 film, download that script. Download it, buy it offline, have it translated in AI, then have a person who speaks French. You can find a lot of dramaturgs that speak French and go, well, let's correct this line, let's correct that line. It's not that much to correct, okay? And it's been adapted into several different plays. There's one called Three Bags Full. It just depends on what you want to do. I'm very attached, as I think a lot of people in the Americas, Central, South America, are attached to the 1991 film about Italians. I think it is the love in our area of Marissa Tomei and Sylvester Stallone and the hilarity. It's really well done, incredibly well done. And what would you need? You needed a house. You needed some costumes. You need lots of hilarious people. It's all about the casting. It's all about the voices and the accents. It's all about the comedy. Hire your best people, your most comedic people. French farce works. I think we've forgotten about that. I just like to remind us, it works globally. They proved themselves for centuries that these kind of things work. We're still doing Moliere, remember? That's a long time ago. French farce, good thing. I think you should look it up. I'm putting all the information about all the different iterations of this script, from film to different style of plays with different titles. Just because you don't see the title Oscar doesn't mean it's not a play or movie based on that original script by Claude Magnier. So have a look, see what you can dig up. It'll sell well, and it's all about your advertisement of it. If you want to mention all these things in your advertisement, if you liked the movie, if you liked the play, if you liked this, if you liked that, there are many reasons to point that this will work for your audience. Maybe just the words, if you like French farce, this is a good one, that isn't done very frequently in our area. That's a big deal. It's proven itself in other countries, and it's proven itself in films. The script has proven itself over and over again. Come to see our show. Just because you don't recognize the title doesn't mean you haven't seen something like it, or perhaps seen it before. All right? It's also a familiar formula for French farce that just has so many twists and turns, maybe more than other French farces, that it really, really works. I'm not going to say it keeps you guessing because I've seen it too many times, so I'm a little biased. I don't know anymore, but I think it will entertain. And I think for first-time viewers who've never seen any of these things, they will love it. They will love it. It seems to be one costume per character, per show. A lot of them are suits. You know, there's equal measure of comedy for women as for men. That's good. It's really good ladies' parts. It's really good men's parts. It's all good. And everyone in the play can be a comedian at different times. You just have to branch it out. It's a good thing. I love this. I'm glad this came up and I saw it this morning. It's a good thing. All right. Look in the doobly-doo to see all the information and look up this play to see what's for you. All right. Thanks. Please like and subscribe. I need subscribers. I'm getting a lot of views. I need more subscribers. All right. Thank you. Bye.